This is the VKT portable charger, and the company sent this to me for free for a review. The opinions in this video are my own, and this is a powerhouse at 12,000 milliamp hours with that size of battery inside. I just pumped up a few tires, a ball, have been playing around with the LED light, still fully charged, and I'm going to show you a couple of the features and then show you some examples of pumping it up on those various things, a ball, bike tire, and then a couple of car tires. So this is not really very big at all. You see, it's roughly the size of my hand, and it's very solid. I like these rubberized pieces on either end that stick out a bit so you can lay it on its side or on top without damaging the housing. There is some venting on either side just because this does get warm, and it's a little bit warm because I just got done using it. The LED light on top that I'll demonstrate, and then this is where the hose connects into. And the hose, you just spin it into here clockwise, and it will make sure it's tight in there. So the light is right here. Just press it once for a solid white, press it again for a flashing white, kind of an SOS mode. And then again for a solid amber, press it again for a flashing amber, and then once more to turn it off. And then you'll see the settings here for the different types of things that you want to inflate, and this button will toggle between them, and you notice the PSI, or pressure per square inch, amounts change as they are kind of the default modes, but you can adjust those using the plus or minus to increase or decrease those PSI levels. Press it again, and there's the ball setting. One more time, and this is a custom one, so if you have something that's 120 PSI that you want to just keep at that, something unique, it's a nice feature that'll remember that. Press it again to get it back to the car. And then again, of course, I mentioned the plus and minus. Anytime you can adjust those PSI settings. And then on top, you have a USB-C to charge the pump, and then a USB-A you can use with this provided cord, which I feel like is a little short, but nonetheless it works. So you can use this cord to charge your phone or any USB-C enabled device, and then you flip it around to charge this charger. I mean, you will need a power adapter unless you have some sort of power brick you can plug it into. So that is nice. And then one thing I didn't expect in here was this kind of this fast charger for a lighter inside of your vehicle. It has both the USB-C and USB-A in it. So this gives you a way to charge this in your vehicle without having to buy a separate adapter for your vehicle, which I thought is great. And then we've got some included accessories. There's a needle for balls, and then a couple of plastic adapters for inflatables, as well as a press-to-valve adapter that you'll see me use, and then also the needle for the ball, which I already mentioned. Yeah, I mentioned that, the needle for the ball. And it is a bit loud, especially if you're in kind of a garage. Outside it's a little better, but you'll see in some of my clips here that it gets up around 94 decibels according to my Apple Watch where I tested out. Now, of course, we can't forget the amazing kit that you get to keep the pump in, and this is just, you get the brand name on there. So the pump sits over here, and then the accessories and the instruction manual will be over here in kind of underneath this netting to keep things organized, and then a handle, so if you want to hang it on something. Okay, to test out this pump, this is a vehicle that's been sitting for a while, so the tires are going to need some air, and I'm going to take off the stem cap, and I've got it set to the car mode to 36. Let's bump that down actually, as this car going to take more, around 34 psi, and I'm not sure what the psi is on this car, but let's check it out. So you want to, I'm going to stick the adapter all the way on, and you'll hear some air, and then press the valve down, press the lever down, I should say. So we're at 28.7. So let's see how long this takes to go to 34, and this will be real time. I'm not speeding anything up. So, and you'll also be able to hear the noise level on this. I do have my garage open, so it's already somewhat loud from some freeway noise, but let me get this going. So you can see how quickly it went from 29 to 34. And my watch did show about 93, 94 decibels, but I am partially in my garage, so it's going to be a little louder in here. Let's pull the lever to take that off, and don't forget to replace the stem cap. So again, when you're outside, the decibel level may be a little bit less than where I am right now, and it does say done there, so I like that added display. Okay, so we're going to check the pressure in my SUV vehicle. This takes 33 psi, so let's turn this on, press and hold to turn on, and we want to take this to 33 psi. So if you long press these plus or minus, they actually move very quickly, which is convenient if you're doing large scale changes. 33 psi. Let's check out how much air this needs, if it does. Now, as you can see, the hose isn't quite long enough to reach from the ground where this is laying to that, because it's a much bigger wheel, but I can stand it straight up like that. Let's get it on, and let's start it. Start that out. Okay, showing the done, the green done light, 33 psi. This is a great way to top off your tires. You know, every few weeks, your tires do lose a little bit of air, just from use, just from normal driving. And so this is a great thing to have to quickly top it up, so you don't have to go find an air station. It just provides a convenient way to really stay on top of the maintenance of your vehicles. Now, there may be very dark settings that you're in, like I am now, where you want to use the light. So this comes in very handy so that you can not only see what you're doing when you pump up the tire, but a lot of times trying to see what the PSI is on the particular tire that you are pumping up if you don't know what the PSI is. Okay, I've got my bike, and this has a Presto valve, so you can see it's skinnier than the typical Schrader valve. So I'm using the Presto valve adapter, and this simply just goes over the top and screws on. so that we can attach this, because it's a Schrader valve. Lock it down just like on the car. Turn it on because it's went into shut off mode. And let's get it over to bike. Right there. Actually, this bike takes a lot more than that, and I want to bump this up to, let's just do 100. But this will go up to 150 psi. Let's just make it an even 100. Now, I don't know if this tire will hold the air. This has not been inflated in a long time, but let's try it out. So you can see it inflated very quickly, way easier than when I used to try to pump this by hand. So super convenient for bikes. And we're going to pump up a basketball. So insert that all the way in, press that down. Got my basketball here. And we want to set this on the ball setting. So it's at 8 psi, but you always want to check the ball to make sure it's the right pressure. So I'll moisten the needle and put that in. And then let's turn this on, see what we got. See, it's going up very quickly. And it says it has a little done button there. So I love how it has the auto shut off. So you're pumping up the ball, your tire, just with the right pressure. A pump that I highly recommend, apart from it being a little loud, I feel like it does pump up various tires and various inflatables very well. And it's a great thing to take with you camping or in an RV or just in your car. Keeping it in your car for situations where you need to pump up a tire that's lost air, or maybe a spare that needs, a lot of times when you replace a spare, the spare needs air because it's just been sitting there and we don't think about pumping up our spare. So a great portable pump, highly recommend it.